Yes, welcome back to my second session on the chapter on quadratic equation. Let me recall what we had learned in our previous class. The first concept, that's a linear equation. An equation of the form ax plus b is equal to 0, where a and b are real numbers, is called a linear equation. I repeat, an equation of the form ax plus b is equal to 0, where a and b are real numbers, and provided a is not equal to 0, is called a linear equation. For example, 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. What is a? 2. What is b? 5. In a linear equation, the highest power of the variable has to be 1. You can see the highest power of the variable is 1. We go to the second concept, that is quadratic equation. Now what's a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation in the variable x, I told you, is an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers, and where a is not equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. I repeat, an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers, and where a is not equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation. Now when I say a is not equal to 0, it means that the highest power of the variable x must be 2. Now when I say a is not equal to 0, that means b can be 0, c can be 0. Remember, in the quadratic equation, the highest power of the variable must be 2. I explained to you in my last class what is a pure quadratic equation, what is an add-affected quadratic equation. The two types of quadratic equation, one is pure and the second is add-affected quadratic equation. Now what is a pure quadratic equation? It is an equation of the form ax square plus c is equal to 0. It's an equation of the form, pure quadratic equation is an equation of the form ax square plus c is equal to 0. Remember, the highest power of the variable x is 2. In a pure quadratic equation, the variable lies only in the second degree but not in the first degree. So you see only x square term but no x term. What is a pure quadratic equation? A pure quadratic equation is an equation where the variable x lies only in the second degree. What is a pure quadratic equation? It's an equation of the form ax square plus c is equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. Then comes the second type of quadratic equation, and that is an add-affected quadratic equation. Now what's an add-affected quadratic equation? I have already told you. It's an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is also not equal to 0 and b also should not be equal to 0. That means the variable x must lie in the first degree and also the second degree. For it to be an add-affected quadratic equation, remember the variable x must lie both in the first and the second degree. I give you an example, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. A is 1, b is minus 5, c is 6. Second example, 2x square minus 5x is equal to 0. A is 2, b is minus 5. I give you a third example, 2x square minus 3x is equal to 5. Here the equation is not in the standard form. How shall I bring it to the standard form? By bringing 5 on the left hand side. Plus 5 coming to the left becomes minus 5. So the equation now becomes 2x square minus 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. I come to the third type of equation. Now what is the third type of equation? Cubic equation. It is an equation of the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0, where a, b, c, d are all real numbers. Once again, a should not be equal to 0. Why am I saying a should not be equal to 0? Because I want the highest power of the variable to be 3. B can be 0, C can be 0, D can be, but what should not be 0? A, because there should be an x cube term. I am giving you various examples. 2x cube minus 5x square plus 7x minus 6 is equal to 0. Another example, 2x cube minus 6x plus 7 is equal to 0. 3x cube minus 5 is equal to 0. What is A? 2. What is B? In this sum, B is 0. So B is minus 5. What is C? Plus 7. What is D? Minus 6. What is A? 2. B is the coefficient of x square. There is no x square. So coefficient of B here is 0. C is minus 6. D is 7. The last type is a biquadratic equation, or I can also call it a quadratic equation. It's an equation of the form ax raised to 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c, d and e are real numbers and e is not equal to 0. For example, 2x raised to 4 minus 3x square plus 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. 2x raised to 4 minus 7x cube plus 6x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now in my last class, we have solved sums wherein you are asked whether it was a quadratic equation. In my today's class, we shall be learning to solve quadratic equation by two methods, that is by factorization method, and the second one by using the formula or the formula method. Let me start with the first sum, solving quadratic equation by the method of factorization. The first sum, x cube minus 3x. Exercise 10.2, the first sum, x cube minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. The first sum that I am solving, x cube minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. You have learned to factorize. You have to split the middle term in such a way that when you add the two splitting factors, you should get minus 3x. And when you multiply the two splitting factors, you should get product of the extreme. What should I get? Product of the extreme. Now what's the product of the extreme? Minus 10x square. Now just tell me the factors of 10. What are the factors of 10? The factors of 10 are 5 2s are 10. Only two possibilities. 5 2s are, and the second possibility is 10 1s are 10. There are two possibilities. The factor could be 5 and 2, or it could be 2 and 10 and 1. Now, let us assume 5 and x to be the factors. Always remember, sign of the middle term must go to the greater number. Sign of the middle term has to go to the greater number. What sign shall I put here? I shall put plus. Now let me check. When I add minus 5x and plus 2x, I get minus 3x. Let's see whether the second condition also is fulfilled. When I multiply minus into plus, minus, 5 2s are 10, x into x, x square. On multiplying, I get minus 10x square. So the splitting, instead of minus 3x, I will write minus 5x and plus 2x. Minus 10 is equal to 0. Always check that these two terms on adding should give you minus 3x. These two terms on multiplying should give you minus 10x square. Sorry, it's x square. Just check. On adding, I should get middle term. On multiplying, I should get product of the extreme. I made a mistake, it's x square. Tell me the factors here. Common factor x minus 5. Whatever sign you see, that sign comes out as a common factor. 2 x minus 5 is equal to 0. Let me check. Plus into plus plus 2 into x, 2x. Plus into minus minus 2 5s are 10. You have to get a common bracket. What is the common bracket? X minus 5. What do you get outside? Is x plus 2. Let me check. Equate each of these factors to 0. So either x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So what is x? Minus 5 going that side becomes plus 5. Plus 2 going to the other side becomes minus 2. I have got the roots of the equation. Whenever we solve a quadratic equation, we always get two roots. Which are the two roots of the given equation? 5 and minus 2. Let me take the second sum. Solve 2x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. 2x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Tell me the factors. On adding, I should get the middle term. The middle term is plus 1x. No number, it means 1. On multiplying, I should get the product of the extreme. What is the product of the extreme? Minus 6 into 2 minus 12x squared. What are the factors of 12? You have so many factors. 6 2s are 12. 4 3s are 12. 12 1s are 12. Now check. In which case, either the sum or difference is 1. What is the sum? 6 plus 2, 8. 6 minus 2, 4. Is it giving you 1? No. So this cannot be the factor. Let's check the second. 4 plus 3, 7. 4 minus 3, 1. Yes, this can be the factors of 12. Since the middle term is an x term, let me write the x on both sides. Once again, the sign of the greater number, the sign of the middle term goes to the greater number. Which sign shall I put here? Minus. Why did I put minus? So that when you add, you get plus 1x. When you multiply plus into minus, minus, 4 3s are 12, x into x, x squared. Both my conditions are fulfilled. When I add, I get 1x. When I multiply plus into minus, minus, 4 3s are 12, x into x, x squared. So my splitting factors are plus 4x and minus 3x. So let me write, instead of plus x, plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. Tell me the factors. 2x, x plus 2, minus 3, x plus 2 is equal to 0. First bracket, x plus 2 second bracket I have got two factors. Let's equate the two factors to 0. Either x plus 2 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 2 or 2x is equal to minus 3 going that side plus 3. So what is x then? X is 3 upon 2. Once again, I have solved the equation and I have got the two roots. The roots of the equation are minus 2 and 3 upon 2. The roots are real, distinct and rational. Sometimes you may get equal roots. You may get the same number on both the sides. Sometimes the roots may be imaginary, like square root of minus 4, etc. Okay, let me take another sum. The third sum from the text. Root 2 x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. What shall I do? Split the middle term in such a way that when you add, you should get the middle term plus 7x. When you multiply, I should get the product of the extreme. What's the product of the extreme? Let me see. 5 into 1, 5. Root 2 into root 2. What is root 2 into root 2? Is root 4. Root 4 is nothing but 2. So root 2 into root 2 is 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2 into 5. That is 10x square. Two conditions to be fulfilled. On adding I want 7x. On multiplying I want the product of the extreme. When I multiply these two, you should get 10x square. Very simple factor. 2 5s are 10. Factors of 10, 2 and 5. Since the middle term is an x term, let me put x on both the sides. Sign of the middle term goes to the greater number. Once again, I put plus sign. Let me check. When I add, what is 5x plus 2x? 7x. When I multiply, 2 5s are 10, x into x, x square. So what is the splitting factor? 2x plus 2x and plus 5x. Check. These two terms on adding must give you 7x. This is my first group. This is my second group. What is the common factor here? Root 2 into x. What is the remainder? X. Root 2 into x is root 2x square. Root 2 into root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2 and this x. Here the common factor is 5. What remains in the bracket is x plus root 2. Let me check. 5 into x, 5x. 5 into root 2, 5 root 2. So you get x plus root 2. Second bracket, root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now let's equate the two factors to 0. Either x plus root 2 is equal to 0 or root 2 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to plus root 2 going that side minus root 2 or root 2 into x is equal to minus 5. X is equal to minus 5 upon root 2. Once again I got the roots of the equation. The roots here you can see are irrational. What type of roots did I get? Irrational roots. Okay, let me take another example on solving a quadratic equation. The sum number 4, you have a fraction over here. Sum number 4, that is 2x squared minus x plus 1 upon 8 is equal to 0. Now, I have a denominator and the denominator as you can see is 8. So first, let me get rid of the denominator. To get rid of the denominator, let me multiply each and every term of the equation by 8. I want to get rid of the denominator. To get rid of the denominator, multiply each and every term by the LCM of the denominator. LCM of 1 and 8 is 8. So you get 2x square into 8 minus x into 8 plus 1 upon 8 into 8 is equal to 0 into 8. I have multiplied each and every term by 8. So 8 and 8 cancel. 16x squared minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. Tell me the factors. What are the factors? On adding, I want middle term. On multiplying, I want the product of the extreme. The factors are 4 4. Middle term is an x term, put x on both the sides. Sign of the middle term goes to the greater number here, both are great. They are both equal. So minus 4x and minus 4x on adding gives you minus 8x. Minus into minus plus 4 4 are 16x into x squared. So you get 16x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. Check. These two terms on adding gives you minus 8x. Common factor 4x minus 1. Common factor minus 1. 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. See that you put the sign out. If there was plus, I would be putting plus out. If you have minus, minus comes out as a common factor. Since no other number is common, so 1, just check. Minus into plus, minus. 1 into 4x, 4x. Minus into minus plus 1 into 1, 1. So you get 4x minus 1. Outside also you are getting 4x minus 1. 4x minus 1. Equate each of these factors to 0. So you get 4x is equal to 1. Here also minus 1 going that side plus 1. So x is equal to 1 upon 4. And x is also equal to 1 upon. Once again I get the two roots of the quadratic equation. In this particular sum you can see the roots are equal. The roots are equal. The previous sum the roots were imaginary. The roots were irrational. Previous to that sum the roots were rational. This sum I could factorize in another way. Using the identity a square minus 2ab plus b square. It's an expression of the form a square minus 2ab plus b square It's of the form a square minus 2ab plus square of the first term, square root of 16x square, 4x, square root of 1, 1. So your first term is 4x, second term is 1. Square of the first term minus twice, first term into second term plus square of the second term. So you get, check 4x, the whole square is 16x square. Minus 2 into 4x is minus 8x. 1 whole square is 1. So this is 4x minus 1 the whole square. Take square roots on both the sides. 4x minus 1 the whole square indicates that this also is 4x minus 1 and 4x minus 1. So equate each of those factors to 0. 4x minus 1, 0. Once again I will get the same answer. This particular sum was of the form a square minus 2ab plus b square. We have solved sums by the method of factorization. I am coming to the second method, and that is solving quadratic equation by formula method. Now we have learned what is the standard form of a quadratic equation. The standard form of a quadratic equation you know is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. The standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. An objective question asked very often in exam. If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then what is the value of x? Objective question asked many times in exam. The value of x, remember, is minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Remember the formula. If ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, then what is the value of x? X will be minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. I will be solving sums by using the formula method. The one that you can see over here is the formula to solve quadratic equation. This formula was introduced by an Indian mathematician named Shashidhar. So it is called Sridhar's formula. It was introduced by Sridhar, so it is called as Sridhar's formula, or they may say solve the quadratic equation by using the formula. Now this is one of the sure questions that has to be asked in annual exam for 2 marks. Let me start with the very first sum. Yes, let me start with the second method of solving the quadratic equation, and that is solving quadratic equation by formula method. The first sum, solve x square minus 5x is equal to 6. Solve x square minus 5x is equal to 6. Now when we are solving by quadratic by the formula method, the first thing is bring the equation to the standard form. So you get x square minus 5x plus 6 coming to the left becomes minus 6 is equal to 0. So what is A? A is equal to 1, B is equal to minus 5 and C is equal to minus 6. You very well know what is A, what is B and what is C. A is the coefficient of x square, B is the coefficient of x and C is the constant term. Let me use the formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So what is x therefore going to be equal to? Minus, what is b? Minus 5 plus or minus root b square minus, what is b square? What is b square over here? B square minus 4ac. Can you see? What is a? 1, b minus 5, c minus 6. So x is equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So x is therefore going to be equal to minus into minus plus. Minus 5 the whole square, 25, minus into minus plus 4 6 24 upon 2. So what is x? X is equal to 5 plus or minus 49 upon 2. So what will I get in the next step? X is therefore going to be equal to 5 plus or minus square root of 49, 7 upon 2. What is square root of 49? 7 upon 2. So you get x is equal to 5 plus 7 upon 2, or x is equal to 5 minus 7 upon 2. So what is x? 5 plus 7, 12 upon 2. What is x? 5 minus 7, minus 2 upon 2. So 2 ones are 2 6 are 2 ones are 2 ones are. So x is equal to 6 or x is equal to minus 1. Here you can see I have solved the quadratic equation by using the formula. The formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Now what is the advantage of solving a sum by using the formula? When I can solve the sum using the method of factorization, why should I learn solving by formula method? I give you the second sum now. Second sum, x square minus x minus 5 is equal to 0. Now if I ask you to solve this sum by a factorization method, you will not be able to find the factors. You will not be able to find the factors, because on adding you should get middle term. Your middle term is minus 1. On multiplying you want minus 5x square. So factors of 5 are 5 ones are. But whether I take the sum or difference, I am not getting minus 1. Hence I cannot solve it by the method of factorization. Hence I am forced to use the formula method. Which method I am going to use? Formula method. Now formula method is useful because I will be able to find out the roots, well, even if the roots are irrational or even if the roots are imaginary or complex. Whatever may be the type of roots, I will be able to find the roots using the formula method. What is A? 1. What is B? Minus 1. What is C? Minus 5. You know what is A, you know what is B, you know what is C. So what is x equal to? Minus B. What is B? Minus 1 plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. I am just substituting the value of a, b and c. So what is x? minus into minus plus 1 plus or minus roots minus 1 whole square is 1 minus into plus minus minus into minus plus 4 5s are 20 upon 2. What am I going to get in my last step? X is equal to 1 plus or minus root 21 upon 2. So the roots of the equation, I told you always I get two roots. Which are the two roots? One is 1 plus root 21 upon 2. The second is 1 minus root 21 upon 2. So the advantage of solving by using formula method, I will be able to get the roots even if the roots are irrational or the roots are imaginary. That's true. Take the second sum. Solve by using the formula. Solve the following quadratic equation by using the formula. 2x squared. Third one. 2x squared minus 6x plus 3 is equal to 0. Solve the following using formula method. Once again, what is A? 2. What is B? Minus 6. What is C? 3. Let me write the formula. What is x equal to? Minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. What is x equal to? Minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So what is x? Minus, what is b? Minus 6 plus or minus root b square minus 4 ac upon 2a. So what is x? Minus into minus plus minus 6 the whole square 36 minus 4 2 the 8 8 3 the 24 upon 4. So what am I going to get? X is equal to 6 plus or minus 12 upon 4. Is it clear? What is A in the sum? 2. B minus 6. C 3. So when I say minus B minus, then write what is B. Plus or minus B square minus 6 whole square minus 4 AC minus into minus plus 6 minus 6 whole square 36 minus into plus minus 4 2 the 8 8 3 the 24 upon. So you get 6 plus or minus root 12 upon 4. So what is x? Equal to 6. 12 can be brought to the reduced form as 4 3s are. 12 can be brought to the reduced form as 4 3s are. So now you get x is equal to 6 plus or minus square root of 4 2 root 3 the whole upon 4. So I can either divide both the terms by 4 or remove the common factor in the numerator. 2 3s are 6, 2 into root 3 2 ones are 2 twos are. So your answer is 1 into 3, 3 plus or minus root 3 upon 2. Once again I have got two answers. These answers are called the roots of the equation. Yes. So we get x is equal to 3 plus or minus root 3 upon 2. These are called the roots of the quadratic equation. The roots that were obtained were irrational roots. Okay? Thank you. We shall meet again with my next session.